My name is Seth Hodge, and I'm the College Programs Coordinator at Merrill College for the University of California, Santa Cruz, and I identify as gay. In response to the rash of suicides that have recently been happening related to bullying in the LGBT community, my students and I decided that we wanted to put something together, a way for us to respond, to let students out there know that there is life beyond high school and that it does get better.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and I'm a second year at Merrill College, University of California, Santa Cruz. I'm an RA who is majoring in Latin American Latino Studies and planning to be a doctor.
Hi, my name is Valerie Chase, and I'm the Associate College Administrative Officer for Crown and Merrill Colleges here at UC Santa Cruz. I'm also a mixed race Cahuilla Indian, which is near Coachella Valley in Palm Springs, California, down that way south, and part Polish and part Mexican American. I'm telling my story today just to share some of my struggles as a lesbian who came out in 1980.
My name is James Ramsey. I am a sophomore at Merrill College at UC Santa Cruz, and I identify as gay.
Hi, my name is Marco, and I'm a senior and an anthropology student at Merrill College at University of California, Santa Cruz, and I identify as queer.
My name is John Michael Barrett, and I'm a College 9 student here at UCSC. I came out when I was 19 years old.
My name is Kati. I'm a second year student at Merrill at UC Santa Cruz, and I identify as pansexual.
Hi, I'm Ethan Kaminsky. I'm a senior at Merrill College at UC Santa Cruz, and I identify as a straight ally.
Growing up gay was kind of complicated for me because I realized I was gay when I was 9 years old.
From kindergarten on, I think I was teased for a lot of things.
Back in my 9th and 10th grade year in high school, I was the only out gay man at my high school.
Growing up was fairly rough, especially in high school and junior high school. I was the girly kid, the musician, the non-athletic kid, the kid who loved musicals. And so of course I was teased a lot.
My parents weren't homophobic. In fact, my mother had many gay friends at the hospital that she worked at.
It was a hard adjustment for me. It was a hard reality. I went to private Christian school my whole life, and my parents were extremely religious. It was quite a process to come out. I was rejected by my family and friends from school. It wasn't easy.
I grew up in a small town in Connecticut, and I went to a high school where nobody was out. However, during my entire high school career, many of the students felt that I should be, and decided to taunt me, ridicule me, insult me, and make fun of me.
Last year I had a friend who, when he first came to Santa Cruz, was kind of shy, not all that confident in his abilities, because he grew up in a small town.
I went through kind of a stage of depression for a little while in my junior year.
And I decided after graduation to tell my mother that I was a lesbian. And her reaction was so swift and angry. She was mad at me. She told me I was ruining my life, that I had chosen a hard way to live, and that she was going to tell my father and my grandmother and not to bother coming around.
I was the kind of girl who was sort of a tomboy, but weird, not one of the boys either. So, people would talk about girls around me, and I'd say, well, what about me? And there'd always be sort of an awkward pause. Well, we don't mean people like you.
At swim meets, parents would come up to me and tell me I shouldn't be swimming there, it was inappropriate. Why was I doing it? I'm making their children feel uncomfortable.
I would come home from school and just go straight to bed. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody. I would just go to bed, go to sleep, and I would spend most of my time, just sleeping. And that's how she knew I was really depressed with it. And it actually got to the point where I had a pair of scissors.
In junior high and high school, I tried to get my parents to call me in sick more times than you could possibly imagine, because there were so many days that I just didn't want to deal with facing the people who were going to ridicule me.
And high school was pretty miserable. I was pretty lonely. I spent a lot of time just doing homework.
I had to drop out of school because it was just so hard to cope. But after about a 3-year hiatus, I'm returning because of my support network. Things are getting better with my family, day by day. It's not perfect, but it does get easier.
Luckily, a teacher kind of saw that I was having problems and asked me what was going on, and that kind of was what helped me to unleash and let everything out, and then that's how I came out.
My Cahuilla grandmother, who had grown up on an Indian reservation in Thermal, California, meets my lovely girlfriend at the time, Irene, and she totally loves us. And without ever saying, grandmother, I'm out, I'm an out lesbian, she adopts us and she tells me how much she loves Irene.
And I have a boyfriend who I've been with for 9 months, and it's been really great. He's met my family, which is, rare for a high schooler in Orange County. And you know what? I've never been happier.
I come to college and all of a sudden I'm, I guess, popular, but it matters a lot more with people here because they like you for the right reasons.
And once I graduated high school, entered college, I was completely correct. My nerdiness, my love of musicals, my love of theater, my love of art were good things. People thought it was awesome. I was interesting. And also, I came out. And it was scary as hell, I'm not gonna lie. I had no idea how my family would react, how my friends would react, but they all came around eventually. And being out and being proud is one of the most important things.
But what made the difference was friends and a support network. I found a professor at my junior college that I could plug into and be able to vent my fears and frustrations. And that's what makes it easier.
Here at Santa Cruz, we support whatever. Queer, geeky.
Eventually, I was lucky to find a community of people who love me, care about me, and respect me for who I am.
After coming to college, it just helped me to finally be okay with myself, because everybody else was okay with who I am.
And you may not even know it yet, but there are people out there that care about you and love everything about you.
We're here to support you.
It's a roller coaster ride, and there are ups and downs, and there's highs and lows. And sometimes when you're in the lows, you think, how am I ever going to get out of this?
It gets better. La vida será mejor.
It gets better.
So it gets better. It gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better.
But things truly got better, and that's my message to you.
It does get better.
You're going to deal with people who make fun of you. You're going to deal with people who criticize you, who insult you. But I promise you, eventually, when you find your path and you find your spot, it does get better.